democracy in some ways. They are even using the word dictatorial and laying the blame on the steps of the government for having created a situation where the opposition had no option but to come to the well of the House because the government is not agreeing for a detailed statement by the Home Minister on the breach of security of the Parliament on December 13th. It was a crucial day. And so I think, as I was mentioning earlier, Shivagi, that it seems that the rest of the winter session of Parliament is going to be a washout. Both the sides are not willing to climb down. In fact, they are willing to stare down and escalate if need be. And that's what we have seen from both the sides happening and leading to this situation where almost the entire opposition stands suspended.
All right, thank you so much for those details. Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, getting us top updates coming in after misconduct in the Parliament. MPs suspended, 9 more MPs suspended right now, viewers. Taking a very short break, we keep getting you the top updates on India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. India Alliance to meet today after over 3 months. Seat sharing, withdrawing strategy on the cards.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament. And the Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
By the National Investigation Agency on the supporters of Rohingyas in India. Now Jammu and Kashmir police has begun a mega crackdown on the supporters of Rohingyas who have felicitated them, and now the raids are underway at multiple locations. I'll request Gaurav to keep showing you the visuals that houses of those who have given the accommodation to the Rohingyas, they are now being raided by the Jammu and Kashmir police. This is based on the multiple FIRs that were lodged by the Jammu and Kashmir police that these raids are being conducted, and we are told that there are multiple locations in Jammu district and the nearby districts where the raids are being conducted. The senior officers of the Jammu and Kashmir police, they are part of these raids that are being conducted, and subsequent raids will also follow at multiple locations. Today morning the raids started in the Bhathindi and the nearby areas, and also in the Jammu city, the heart of the Jammu city, where it was told that Rohingyas have been living in the area for a longer period of time, and some locals have felicitated them, provided them the assistance to be here, and that's why multiple FIRs were registered in the central and the heart of the Jammu city.
Much more coming up. Opposition stoops to a new low. Mocks Vice President. Thankar calls it shameful. And Prime Minister hits out at opposition, says India alliance frustrated after 3-state drubbing.
New car? Wow.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with
Top headlines at 1 p.m. Ruckus sloganeering complete showdown in the Parliament. All opposition MPs suspended from the Lok Sabha. Opposition stoops to a new low after suspensions. Rahul Gandhi leads mocking of Vice President Thankar calls it shameful. Prime Minister Modi hits out at opposition, says India alliance frustrated after 3-state problem. With over 100 MPs suspended, India alliance in huddle mode now, set to hold Queen's. Sources suggest Arvind Kejriwal set to skip ED summons once again, cites Vipassana cause. Yet another win for the Hindu side. Allahabad High Court rejects a petition challenging the Gyanvapi summit. Very good afternoon. It's 1 p.m. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. The top focus, of course, remains the showdown which happened in the parliament, after which all opposition MPs have now been suspended. Now note that even as a showdown over suspension continues in the parliament, the opposition has now stooped to a new low, with TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee, who was seen mocking the vice president, and leading this shameful mocking was none other than the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. And after India Alliance members were seen hooting, clapping and cheering as well. In fact, first up, listening to that first reaction that came in from the Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankar on this shameful mocking which happened outside the parliament just a while ago.
मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो। मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो।
All right, so absolutely shameful and disgraceful at the same time, and that you even heard the first response that came in from Jagdeep Dhankar, who says that the opposition has stooped to a new low. In fact, the BJP as well hitting out at the opposition, saying that the opposition is frustrated and therefore is resorting to such antics.
रवि किशन इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। आज कल्याण बनर्जी ने प्रदर्शन करते समय जगदीप धनखड़ जो कि सभापति हैं उनकी मिमिक्री की। रवि जी, आज जिस तरह से प्रदर्शन तो कर ही रहे थे, लेकिन सभापति की जगदीप धनखड़ की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट है उनकी मिमिक्री भी कर रहे थे, क्या कहेंगे?
बहुत दुखद है। देखिए, सभापति महोदय हैं, उपराष्ट्रपति हैं, भारत को पूरा विश्व सम्मान दे रहा है, पूरी दुनिया भारत को $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी की तरफ देख रही है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी दिन रात काम कर रहे हैं देश को बनाने में, और देश बन भी रहा है, देश संवर भी रहा है, देश ताकतवर भी हो रहा है इकोनॉमिकली भी, और गरीबी भी हट रही है इस देश से। और वहाँ पर ये लोग बैठ के बाहर उसी सदन के, ये जो सबसे बड़ा मंदिर है भारत का, और वहाँ पर ये लोग मदारी का खेल कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने देखिए बता दिया कि 65 साल भी यही मदारी का खेल ये लोग करवाते रहे, और वही उन लोगों ने कंटिन्यू यहाँ पे किया है। आज उससे पता चला। और सबसे दुखद ये कि राहुल गांधी जी जो इतने बड़े नेता हैं अपनी पार्टी के, वो उसको वीडियो शूट कर रहे हैं। तो इनको आना चाहिए सिनेमा में, भोजपुरी सिनेमा में कैमरामैन की कमी है, हिंदी सिनेमा में कमी है, और इन लोगों को आके वहाँ पर करना चाहिए। मदारीपन सदन से छोड़ के निकलना चाहिए। बहुत दुखद है इस तरह का। खबर तो ये भी आ रही है कि तीनों राज्यों के बाद इनको रात को उन लोगों को नींद नहीं आ रही है, सब लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं कि ये क्या हो गया। ये सब मैं समझ सकता हूँ, दिमागी लेवल का भी झटका थोड़ा सा सबको असर बहुत किया हुआ है।
आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष कहीं ना कहीं बौखलाया भी हुआ है, क्योंकि एक साथ इतने सस्पेंशंस हो गए हैं? ये कस्टोडियन स्पीकर हैं इस पार्लियामेंट सिक्योरिटी के, लेकिन आज उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री को भी डिमीन किया, प्रधानमंत्री के पोस्टर्स लेकर के बैठे थे।
अरे तो उसके लिए उनको अच्छे से तैयारी करना चाहिए, अच्छी स्पीचेस तैयार करनी चाहिए, सदन में हम लोगों से डिबेट करना चाहिए, फिर 2024 में वापस आने की तैयारी करनी चाहिए। ये तो एकदम ये लोग अलग लेवल पर जा रहे हैं। ये लोग अपने आप को स्वयं को 25-30 साल के लिए विपक्ष में रखने की पूरी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं।
आप लोग क्या ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे, क्योंकि सभापति की मिमिक्री की है उन्होंने, लोकतंत्र के मंदिर का अपमान है एक तरीके से, आप लोग ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे? बीजेपी
मुद्दा अभी देखिए, हमारे कुछ बिल, इंपॉर्टेंट बिल हैं, हम लोग उस पर फोकस कर रहे हैं। मुद्दा उठेगा, वो देश, पूरा देश इनको 2024 में देश ही इन लोगों को पूरा सही जवाब दे देगा। हम हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कि अपने काम पे आप लोग ध्यान दें, ये सारे जोकरई और ईमानदारीपन इन लोगों को करने दीजिए।
तो यह रवि
All right, so there you heard BJP's response hitting out at the opposition for the shameful behavior that was displayed by TMC MP as well as the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, who was seen filming while the TMC MP was seen mimicking the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. In fact, it's TMC's Kalyan Banerjee who was seen making those gestures, and Rahul Gandhi was seen filming that act as well, the visuals of which is on your screens. Note that 100 MPs, all opposition MPs have now been suspended.
आप तैयार होते हैं तो अपने पीछे दबाव की राजनीति को साधने के लिए इस तरीके के पोस्टर आप ही की पार्टी के द्वारा लगाए जाते हैं, तो ये दर्शाता है कि मुख्यमंत्री को सिर्फ सत्ता से प्यार है, कुर्सी से प्यार है। गठबंधन के स्वरूप से या गठबंधन को आगे बढ़ाने से उनका कोई लेना देना नहीं। वो खुद कैसे आगे बढ़े इस बात का निश्चय वो करना चाहते हैं। हकीकत है कि जिनको बिहार की जनता नकार चुकी हो, उनको देश की जनता कैसे स्वीकार करेगी, ये मुख्यमंत्री की समझ में ही नहीं आता है। जब बिहार के लोग ही उनका साथ नहीं है, साथ होते तो आज वो तीसरे नंबर की पार्टी होते, आधे से ज़्यादा उनके प्रत्याशी चुनाव हारते। तो जिनको बिहार की जनता ने स्वीकार नहीं किया, उनको देश की जनता कैसे स्वीकार करेगी? और विपक्ष भी ये भली बात ही जानता है। बट ऐसे में विपक्ष के ऊपर इस तरीके से दबाव डालना, ये कम से कम गठबंधन धर्म की मर्यादा के तो खिलाफ है।
आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आज जो बैठक में वो शामिल होंगे तो सीट शेयरिंग और आप लोग लगातार हमलावर रहे हैं कि पीएम का चेहरा कौन होगा, इसके ऊपर भी चर्चा होगी और सवाल पूछेंगे?
देखिए, अगर आप इसको कंपेयर करें, एनडीए के पास चेहरा है, नीति है और सीटों को भी लेकर दो बार बहुत एमिकेबली सीटों का बंटवारा हम लोग 14 में भी कर चुके हैं, 19 में भी कर चुके हैं। सबसे बड़ी चुनौती आज
Let's go across to BJP's Sukanta Majumdar also joining us on the phone line. Mr. Majumdar, your first reaction, absolutely condemnable to say the least what happened outside the parliament. You had that TMC MP who was seen making those gestures, mimicking the Rajya Sabha chairman, and Rahul Gandhi on the other hand was seen filming the entire act.
See, really it is shameful, and the shameful for the people of Bengal also, because Bengal is known for its high morality, culture and education. The problem is that in last few years, the standardity of the politics and the politicians has downgraded due to the rule of TMC. And that's why the people like this man, Kalyan Banerjee, joker-like people, they are the part of the politics. And if they want to do this kind of mimicry, they have their different TV shows. They can join those TV shows, Kapil Sharma shows, even if they can go to the circus, because now in Bengal also the circus season is coming up. So Kalyan Banerjee may get a good job there. So they are not eligible for this Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, the temple of democracy of our country. And most surprisingly, the leader of the opposition party, that is the Rahul Gandhi, who wants to become the prime minister of this country, he was filming this incident. It's really shameful for the Congress party as well for this country.
Mr. Majumdar, appreciate you speaking to us. So that was Sukanta Majumdar, who says that the opposition has stooped to a new low. Let's go across to Simran as well, who's been getting us all the updates on the parliament action. Simran, once again, if you can put this all into context, which were the opposition MPs who were present while all of this really happened? We heard that hooting and cheering happening while the TMC MP mocked the Rajya Sabha chairman, and you had Rahul Gandhi filming the entire act altogether.
Well, yes, the latest stir in the entire suspension of the opposition MPs is this fresh act that has come across from the parliament premises itself. When we saw the visuals and the video that we have also put out saying Kalyan Banerjee mimicking the Speaker of the House and Rahul Gandhi allegedly also recording the act, that has also set the political face-off and the war of words between the centre and the opposition in a bigger escalation. Now, when we talk about the suspension of the MPs, reportedly right now 47 is the number from the opposition MPs that have been suspended today. This adds up to the suspension of 79 MPs that happened yesterday. Now, our Prime Minister has also condemned the behaviour of the opposition and the entire matter that has been raised by opposition MPs in the House, while also taking the proceedings of the House to the halt by saying that this entire momentum should be seen where their constituencies are. In the BJP parliamentary meet, the matter has also been taken by PM as well, saying that these opposition MPs who have been staging such a protest and also halting the House and the proceedings of the House should go and also look after and take a stock of the proceedings and the development work in their own constituencies before also coming and stopping the work and the proceedings of the House. Now, the matter which has been taken by the opposition MPs and the reason why they are up in arms against the ruling party as well in the House is the matter of the breach of the parliament security which happened last week in the Lok Sabha. That has also set off a major political war within the centre and the opposition, including all the opposition parties, raising a huge voice against the centre, saying that the security in the parliament has been compromised heavily and the PM should raise this matter immediately. Amit Shah should also address the House. Now, this is something that has been also from yesterday been a contention between the BJP and the opposition, and as we have been continuing to witness that the opposition MPs, due to such a voice and clamour that has been grown, have been suspended again after yesterday as well. Now, the political face-off is also likely to be escalated as the opposition has also been protesting within the parliament premises as well. In the coming hours, it is also likely to see what kind of proceedings, as also the parliament continues to go on the proceedings in the House, is likely to turn out, as a lot of important bills and of course the mention on the security of the parliament is going to be addressed and discussed in the proceedings of the House today in the Parliament. Back to you.
Stay with us, Simran, and just to tell our viewers also what exactly transpired. All this while, you had this TMC MP who was seen mimicking the Rajya Sabha chairman, and Rahul Gandhi, of course, who was seen filming the entire act, and all of this was happening while several opposition MPs were in attendance. They were seen hooting and cheering as well. And it was not just outside the parliament. We saw those fireworks inside the parliament as well. The ruckus and commotion which continued, after which all opposition MPs have been suspended for the remainder of the session. We will try and get more voices from the TMC and Congress as well on what exactly do they have to say of their about their MPs who were seen engaging in such an act. But let's go across to Simran once again. Simran, once again, if you can tell us any statement that has come in from the TMC or the Congress as of yet on what exactly defines such kind of a behavior on part of the TMC MP and Rahul Gandhi as well.
Well, yes, when we talk about the latest that have been going on as a statement, as a matter of statement by the opposition, we have a latest statement coming from Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary saying that this is the anarchy of the ruling party and, of course, the BJP that has been muzzling with the voice of the opposition ever since. Now, it is very important to note that such kind of statements have also been made in the past whenever there is a protest and a voice that has been raised by opposition or if there is an attempt against the opposition recorded in several matters. But right now, it is very important to note that this matter pertains to the Parliament proceedings and the kind of behavior in which such visuals have been coming from the Parliament premises, where a speaker, an esteemed speaker, has been seen mimicked by such an MP is really puts it into perspective, and a huge focus gets into the kind of acts that have been going inside the Parliament premises. And in fact, when it has been become even more controversial, as in the visuals, it is clearly seen that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi himself has been seen recording that act, and this in itself becomes very controversial and raises concern over the kind of behavior that is acceptable and is kind of seen within the Parliament premises when the suspension has happened and the parliamentary proceedings in the House have been suspended, and an attempt has been made to stop the the usual business of the House in the Parliament. As of now, the suspension is likely to also raise many more questions about how many usual business of the hours in the Parliament will be put to use when such kind of suspension by the opposition Parliament has become a norm whenever there is an issue which goes undiscussed. Back to you. Whenever there is an issue which goes undiscussed.
Right, Simran, we will come back to you, and we are also awaiting that official stand that if at all, if there's a statement that comes in on part of the TMC or the Congress. But for now, here's a look at news and brief from across the country.
मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो।
All right, here's a look at news and brief from across the country. Calling out the politics of a parliament security breach, Prime Minister Modi at the BJP parliamentary meet said that the opposition MPs are rattled after dropping in the state polls, adding that opposition's conduct will ensure its numbers go down in the general elections, and that some parties, in a way, backing the security breach is as dangerous as the breach itself. As probe into Parliament security breach picks up pace, Delhi Police Special Cell recreated the exact scene of crime on Saturday. The inquiry panel will now be recording statement of the 8 security personnel as well, who've been suspended by the Lok Sabha Secretariat for the security lapse which happened last week. Alright, so the latest on the Parliament security breach, the crime scene was recreated by the Delhi Police Special Cell on Saturday. The inquiry panel will now be recording the statement of the 8 personnel who've been suspended. A day after NI crackdown on Rohingyas in JNK, the police conducted massive searches in the valley. This after FIRs have been lodged at various police stations, highlighting those accused of sheltering individuals from outside the nation. Posters featuring Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar were put up in Patna ahead of the Indie Bloc Alliance meet that is slated for today. This is note the 4th opposition meet that would take place today. While there has been no consensus on who exactly is going to be leading the alliance, the discussion today will revolve around the seat-sharing formula. Another infiltration bid was foiled by the JNK police and the BSF in a joint operation in Punjab. The BSF and Punjab police intercepted a suspected drone along with 1 packet of contraband items of heroin near a village in Amritsar. Meanwhile, severe waterlogging was seen in parts of Tuticorin district as the area received heavy rains under the influence of cyclonic circulation. Rescue operations are still said to be underway in Tirunelveli after heavy rains wreaked havoc in the region. Speaking on employment opportunities in Ayodhya, the district magistrate of the holy city said there's been a massive rise in employment opportunities over the past few months, further adding that in order to give employment opportunities to residents of Ayodhya, the government has started paying guest scheme, which is being implemented at a large scale, providing employment to the people. President Draupadi Murmu extended her greetings to citizens on Goa Liberation Day. The president paid glowing tributes to freedom fighters who were the architects of the monument in the state's history. Slipping into a very short break, coming up on the other side, sources suggest Kejriwal set to skip ED summons once again, cites Vipassana force. And yet another win for the Hindu side. Allahabad High Court rejects petition challenging Gyanvapi.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students. The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling scientific temperament and innovative spirit among its students.
Good to welcome you and your delegation again. We're fighting a war of civilization against barbarism. I can say that when we spoke, I expressed again our commitment, Israel's commitment to achieve total victory against Hamas. And we think that this is not only our war, but in many ways your war because you are leading the forces of civilization in the world. This is a battle against the Iranian axis of terror, which is now threatening to close the maritime strait of Bab el-Mandeb. This threatens the freedom of navigation of the entire world. I appreciate the fact that you are taking action to open that strait. It's not only our interest, it is the interest, I think, of the entire civilized community.
Ruckus sloganeering complete showdown in the Parliament. More than 100 opposition MPs suspended from the Lok Sabha. Opposition stoops to a new low after suspension. Rahul leads mocking of Vice President. Jagdeep Dhankar calls it shameful. Prime Minister Modi hits out at opposition, says India alliance frustrated after 3 states dropping. With over 100 MPs suspended, India alliance in huddle mode, now set to hold key meeting. Sources suggest Kejriwal to skip ED summons once again, cites 10-day Vipassana course. Yet another win for the Hindu side. Allahabad High Court rejects petition that challenged the Gyanvapi circle. And we start first up with the latest that's coming in on the Parliament winter session. Now, there seems to be no end in sight when it comes to the impasse that we have been seeing over the past few days. In news that's just coming in, the India Alliance is likely to boycott the remainder of the winter session starting today. In fact, note that the Parliament House has been adjourned given the ruckus and pandemonium that was seen in the House. In fact, 78 opposition MPs, 33 from the Lok Sabha and 45 from the Rajya Sabha, from both houses in a single day were suspended, and today as well all opposition MPs have been suspended. So several such, in fact, before we go across to Simran and Anuj, listen in to the reactions that have been coming in on Jagdeep Dhankar being mocked at by Congress MP Rahul Gandhi and TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee.
Right now, I'm reporting from the Makar Dwar, and behind me at the stairs of the Makar Dwar, all the opposition suspended member of parliament are protesting. Right now, it could clearly be seen all the opposition members, MP sitting at the stairs of the Makar Dwar. And let me tell our viewers that this is the main entry for all the member of parliament who go inside the parliament for both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This is the Makar Dwar. The name Makar Dwar could clearly be seen, and the opposition leaders have completely blocked the entrance of the parliament, the entrance for all the member of parliaments of the ruling party as well, by protesting and staging protest at the Makar Dwar. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat trying to go through this way, but he can't go right now from this way because of the blockage which has been created by the opposition leaders, and the placards in their hand could clearly be seen. So right now these are the visuals from inside the parliament, with opposition leaders blocking the route for the ruling MPs and also staging protests for their demands that HM should reply on the parliament breach security matter. Harsha Chandwani for Republic TV. Behind me could clearly be seen all the opposition leaders here at Gandhi statue, and opposition leaders are protesting. We are joined by TMC leader of Member of Parliament Saugata Rao. Saugata Dada, so today all the leaders are having protests at Gandhi statue, suspended 92 Member of Parliament. What do you have to say about it, and what opposition has now decided?
Opposition has decided that protests should continue. That's why they have gathered at Gandhi statue. We protest against the undemocratic suspension of 92 members from both houses who are protesting against the security breach, also demanding the statement by Amity. So these sort of protests will continue. After today's protest, we'll again decide on tomorrow's course of action.
Saugata Rao, this issue will be taken up today in India Alliance meeting as well. The protest, the suspensions of the huge number of opposition leaders from both the houses.
Yes, it will be taken up, but India Alliance has many other jobs to do, finalizing sheets sharing and all that. So they will, they've already given a statement and they'll take it up further.
So today we can say that the remaining opposition leaders who are not suspended, they will again today raise the issue of breach and HM's reply in Parliament.
I think so. So
this is Saugata Rao speaking to Republic, and as we can clearly see, more and more leaders here have joined at Gandhi statue, where they are protesting and clearly stating that 92 member of parliament have been suspended from both the houses of the parliament together till now in the entire winter session of the parliament. And the leaders could clearly be seen where they are stating that the remaining opposition leaders will raise the demand, and also stating that HM will have to reply in the parliamentary security breach matter, because this is not only the prerogative of speaker but also the prerogative of home minister as well. And behind me could clearly be seen the opposition leaders of all the parties, TMC, JDU, Samajwadi Party, Congress. All leaders are stating. We see Digvijay Singh is standing right now. Digvijay sir, one word on opposition leaders protesting at Gandhi statue right now. So what is the ahead strategy and road ahead for opposition?
To save one man, they have suspended 92.
Yes, sir. So this side. Yes.
Yeah. For one MP, to save one MP, they have suspended 92.
Yes.
So we want to complete 100.
Complete 100. So you say that today again opposition will raise the same demand in parliament and the remaining leaders.
It's a very valid demand. Shouldn't such a breach of security not be a matter of concern for the members of parliament? Should it not be a concern for the Home Minister of this country? Should it be not a matter of concern for the Prime Minister of this country? And this was a smoke gas. Supposing it was a lethal poisonous gas, what would have happened?
But don't you believe if more leaders will be suspended, then the bills will easily be passed from both the houses as well? 3 important bills are left.
This is the Modi model of democracy. This is what he used to do in Gujarat, he is doing it here.
So this Digvijay Singh on opposition protest behind me could clearly be seen. All leaders have gathered at Gandhi statue for raising their demand, and opposition seems to be united in the Parliament beach matter and the HM to reply on this issue. Harsha Chandwani for Republic TV. Right now I'm reporting from Gandhi statue, and behind me could clearly be seen the member of parliament, opposition leaders who are sloganeering at Gandhi statue, and they are protesting here, stating that the MP who was responsible, whose guest came inside the parliament responsible for the breach, that MP Pratap Simha should be arrested, BJP MP should be arrested. And right now behind me is the Gandhi statue and the opposition leaders from all the party who have been suspended, because right now we know that the 92 member of parliament till now from both the houses have been suspended till the remaining winter session. And the visuals are behind me are from the Gandhi statue, where they are stating that HM should resign and the BJP MP should be arrested, and also they are seeking reply from HM on the parliament breach issue. Behind me, opposition leaders right now have placards in their hand, and this is the slogan from Gandhi statue, because opposition leaders are adamant on their demand of HM to reply on this, are adamant on their issue to reply on the issue of parliament breach security, and that is the reason why this protest has started at Gandhi statue. And opposition leaders have also stated that they will take up this demand, this suspension of MPs matter in the India Alliance meeting as well. And right now all the suspension MPs after the Gandhi statue protest will be moving towards Makar Dwar and will be staging protest by sitting at the stairs of the Makar Dwar. Behind me are all the leaders from all across opposition parties with placards in their hand, and the placard could clearly be seen where it is written, defeating silence, shielding culprits, speak UPPM. And this is what opposition leaders are stating, from Rajni Patil, from Amy Yagning, NK Premchandran, Manoj Jha, Dola Sen, Saugata Rao, A. Raja, leaders from DMK party, AIDM, from leaders from DMK party, TMC party, Samajwadi party, JDU, Congress, all are here. And right now, what we see here is that Mallikarjun Kharge and Sharad Pawar both have reached here at Gandhi statue. Sharad Pawar could also be seen here joining the protest at Gandhi statue. And the sloganeering at Gandhi statue continues with placards, with leaders holding placards in their hand demanding HM's reply and the arrest of BJP MP. Harsha Chandwani for Republic TV.
अब वो देखेंगे, वो तो 3 बजे है, पहले ये समस्या को हल करेंगे, उसके बाद में 3 बजे तो वो है, वो ऑल पार्टी के।
खड़गे सर वो लोग कह रहे हैं कि HM रिप्लाई नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि स्पीकर कस्टोडियन है। 93 के बाद सर पहली बार इतने सस्पेंशन देखने को मिल रहे हैं खड़गे जी।
अरे भाई तो बोल रहा हूँ ना, इतने सस्पेंशन कभी हुए भी नहीं और ये अच्छा भी नहीं लोकतंत्र के लिए।
Now, even as this showdown continued over suspensions in the parliament, the opposition stooped to a new low. It was TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee who was seen mocking the vice president, and leading the shameful mocking was none other than Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, and India Alliance members were seen hooting, clapping and cheering while all of this was happening. Tearing into the opposition over the video, Rajya Sabha chairman and Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar said that the act is condemnable, to say the least. Listen in to that response that came in from Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar.
मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो।
All right, so there you heard Jagdeep Dhankar responding to that whole act which happened at the Parliament complex, saying that this was unparliamentary on part of those MPs and that this is shameful to say the least. Meanwhile, the BJP has also hit out at the opposition, saying that the latter is frustrated and therefore resorting to such antics.
रवि किशन इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। आज कल्याण बनर्जी ने प्रदर्शन करते समय जगदीप धनखड़ जो कि सभापति हैं उनकी मिमिक्री की। रवि जी, आज जिस तरह से प्रदर्शन तो कर ही रहे थे, लेकिन सभापति की जगदीप धनखड़ की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट है उनकी मिमिक्री भी कर रहे थे, क्या कहेंगे?
बहुत दुखद है। देखिए, सभापति महोदय हैं, उपराष्ट्रपति हैं, भारत को पूरा विश्व सम्मान दे रहा है, पूरी दुनिया भारत को $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी की तरफ देख रही है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी दिन रात काम कर रहे हैं देश को बनाने में, और देश बन भी रहा है, देश संवर भी रहा है, देश ताकतवर भी हो रहा है इकोनॉमिकली भी, और गरीबी भी हट रही है इस देश से। और वहाँ पर ये लोग बैठ के बाहर उसी सदन के, ये जो सबसे बड़ा मंदिर है भारत का, और वहाँ पर ये लोग मदारी का खेल कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने देखिए बता दिया कि 65 साल भी यही मदारी का खेल ये लोग करवाते रहे, और वही उन लोगों ने कंटिन्यू यहाँ पे किया है। आज उससे पता चला, और सबसे दुखद ये कि राहुल गांधी जी जो इतने बड़े नेता हैं अपनी पार्टी के, वो उसको वीडियो शूट कर रहे हैं। तो इनको आना चाहिए सिनेमा में, भोजपुरी सिनेमा में कैमरामैन की कमी है, हिंदी सिनेमा में कमी है, और इन लोगों को आके वहाँ पर करना चाहिए। मदारीपन सदन से छोड़ के निकलना चाहिए। बहुत दुखद है इस तरह का। खबर तो ये भी आ रही है कि तीनों राज्यों के बाद इनको रात को उन लोगों को नींद नहीं आ रही है, सब लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं कि ये क्या हो गया। ये सब मैं समझ सकता हूँ, दिमागी लेवल का भी झटका थोड़ा सा सबको असर बहुत किया हुआ है।
आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष कहीं ना कहीं बौखलाया भी हुआ है, क्योंकि एक साथ इतने सस्पेंशंस हो गए हैं? ये कस्टोडियन स्पीकर हैं इस पार्लियामेंट सिक्योरिटी के, लेकिन आज उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री को भी डिमीन किया, प्रधानमंत्री के पोस्टर्स लेकर के बैठे थे।
अरे तो उसके लिए उनको अच्छे से तैयारी करना चाहिए, अच्छी स्पीचेस तैयार करनी चाहिए, सदन में हम लोगों से डिबेट करना चाहिए, फिर 2024 में वापस आने की तैयारी करनी चाहिए। ये तो एकदम ये लोग अलग लेवल पर जा रहे हैं। ये लोग अपने आप को स्वयं को 25-30 साल के लिए विपक्ष में रखने की पूरी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं।
आप लोग क्या ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे, क्योंकि सभापति की मिमिक्री की है उन्होंने, लोकतंत्र के मंदिर का अपमान है एक तरीके से, आप लोग ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे? बीजेपी
मुद्दा अभी देखिए, हमारे कुछ बिल, इंपॉर्टेंट बिल हैं, हम लोग उस पर फोकस कर रहे हैं। मुद्दा उठेगा, वो देश, पूरा देश इनको 2024 में देश ही इन लोगों को पूरा सही जवाब दे देगा। हम हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कि अपने काम पे आप लोग ध्यान दें, ये सारी जोकरई और मदारीपन इन लोगों को करने दीजिए।
तो यह है रवि किशन अपोजिशन पर और कल्याण बनर्जी की मिमिक्री पर। हर्षद चंदवानी फॉर रिपब्लिक टीवी।
And here's a look at news in brief from across the country, calling out the politics over parliamentary security breach. The Prime Minister at the BJP parliamentary meet said that the opposition MPs are rattled after dropping in state polls, adding that opposition's conduct will ensure its numbers go down in 2024 and that some parties in a way backing the breach is as dangerous as the breach itself. A day after holding one-on-one meet with Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal held one-on-one meet with MK Stalin this morning. The meet comes as India Alliance is all set to hold its 4th meeting in the national capital in a while from now. As probe into Parliament security breach picks up pace, the Delhi Police Special Cell recreated the exact scene of crime on Saturday. The inquiry panel will now be recording the statement of the 8 security personnel who'd been suspended by the Lok Sabha Secretariat for security lapse. A day after NI crackdown on Rohingyas in JNK, the JNK police also conducted massive searches in the valley. This after FIRs were lodged at various police stations, highlighting those accused of sheltering individuals from outside the nation. Posters featuring Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar that were put up in Patna ahead of the India Alliance meet was seen. This is, note, the fourth opposition meet that would take place today. While there's been no consensus on who is going to be leading the alliance, the discussion today will likely revolve around seat-sharing formula. Another infiltration bid was spoiled by the J&K police and the BSF in a joint operation in Punjab. The BSF and Punjab police intercepted a suspected drone along with one packet of contraband items of heroin near a village in Amritsar. Severe waterlogging was seen in parts of Tuticorin as the area received heavy rainfall under the influence of cyclone circulation. Rescue operations have been on in full swing in Tirunelveli after heavy rains wreaked havoc in the region. Speaking on employment opportunities in Ayodhya, DM of the Holy City said that there's been a massive rise in employment opportunities over the past few months in the lead up to the Ayodhya temple inauguration. Meanwhile, President Draupadi Murmu extended her greetings to the citizens on Goa Liberation Day. Heading into a short break, coming up on the other side, the latest on probe into liquor gate. Sources suggest Kejriwal set to skip ED summons once again, cites 10-day Vipassana course. petitions of the Muslim side regarding the ownership between the Gyanvapi mosque and the Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi. In fact, the court has stated that ruled that it does not fall under the ambit of the Places of Worship Act. Listen in to the reaction that's coming from the Hindu side on the Allahabad High Court verdict.
माननीय उच्च न्यायालय ने आज जो मुस्लिम पक्ष के द्वारा 5 रिट याचिकाएं दाखिल की गई थी उन सबको निरस्त कर दिया गया और जो लोअर कोर्ट का आदेश पारित किया गया है उसको एफर्म कर दिया गया। कोर्ट के द्वारा यह कहा गया है कि यह जो वाद संख्या 610 सन 1991 है वह सेक्शन 4 प्लेसेज ऑफ वर्शिप स्पेशल प्रोविजन एक्ट 1991 से बाधित नहीं है और यह सूट चलेगा क्योंकि 15 अगस्त 1947 को 15 अगस्त 1947 को जो यह निर्णय करना है कि मौके की धार्मिक स्थिति मंदिर की थी या मस्जिद की थी, इसके लिए माननीय उच्च न्यायालय ने यह आज कहा है कि किसी भी धार्मिक स्थल का डुअल धार्मिक स्वरूप नहीं हो सकता, या तो वह मंदिर का होगा या मस्जिद का होगा, लेकिन इसको निर्धारित करने के लिए साक्ष्य की आवश्यकता होगी और लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि इस पर साक्ष्य लें कि 15 अगस्त 1947 को उसकी धार्मिक स्थिति क्या थी और यह भी निर्णित किया कि चूंकि इतने वर्ष हो गए हैं, यह वाद इतना विलंबित हुआ है, इसलिए लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि 6 महीने के अंदर इस केस को डिसाइड करें। यह भी कहा है कि यह केस 2 इंडिविजुअल के बीच में नहीं है, बल्कि यह नेशनल इम्पोर्टेंस का केस है और 2 बड़े समुदायों के बीच का केस है और इतना विलंब हो चुका है जो नेशनल हित में नहीं है, इसलिए लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि 6 माह के अंदर इसको निर्णित करें। अभी कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा कि एएसआई सर्वे का जो आदेश लोअर कोर्ट ने पारित किया है वह भी पुष्टिकृत किया जाता है और उस आदेश के अंतर्गत जो भी बिंदुओं पर एएसआई ने दूसरे केस में केस फाइल किया है, जो रिपोर्ट फाइल किया है वह सेम रिपोर्ट इस केस में भी फाइल की जाएगी और यह देखा जाएगा कि उस आदेश के अंतर्गत जो एफर्म हुआ है उसके अंतर्गत कोई सर्वे का कार्य अधूरा रह गया है तो उसको भी एएसआई पूर्ण करके और इस केस में अपनी रिपोर्ट दाखिल करेगी। बिल्कुल करेगी, खुदाई करने का आदेश है।
आपकी मेन प्ली क्या थी?
सभी मेन प्ली थी कि यह हिंदुओं का स्थान है, भगवान शंकर का मंदिर है, भगवान शंकर स्वयं विराजमान है वहाँ, क्योंकि वह भगवान स्वयंभू हैं, जमीन से ही निकले हैं और वहीं बैठे हुए हैं, अनादिकाल से अब तक आज भी बैठे हुए हैं, इसलिए उसके धार्मिक स्वरूप मंदिर का है और हिंदुओं को इसमें पूजा पाठ इत्यादि करने का और इस मंदिर को पुनर्निर्माण करने और मरम्मत इत्यादि हर प्रकार का करने का उन्हें अधिकार है, यह कहा गया था और कोर्ट ने इस सारी चीज़ों को मान लिया है।
सर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट
तोड़ा जा सकता है, तोड़ने के लिए ही ये वाद किया गया है और वाद में न्यायालय आदेश देगी तो वह टूट जाएगा।
Slipping in a very short break, coming up on the other side, the latest on Parliament action today. Ruckus sloganeering complete showdown in Parliament. More than 100 opposition MPs suspended for the remainder of the session. An opposition stoops to new low after suspensions. Rahul leads mocking of Vice President. Dhankar calls it shameful.
headlines tracking right now. Ruckus, sloganeering, complete showdown in Parliament. More than 100 opposition MPs suspended from Lok Sabha. Opposition stoops to a new low after suspensions. Rahul leads mocking of Vice President. Dhankar calls it shameful. Prime Minister hits at opposition, says India alliance frustrated after 3-state drubbing. With over 100 MPs suspended, India alliance in huddle mode now, set to hold key meeting. Sources suggest Kejriwal set to skip ED summons once again, cites Vipassana course. Yet another win for Hindu side. Allahabad High Court rejects petition challenging Gyanvapi serving. We're live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. Big showdown over Parliament breach continues and over suspensions continues in the Parliament. But it looks like the opposition has now stooped to a new law. TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee, who by the way is suspended, was seen mocking the Vice President, and leading this shameful mocking was Rahul Gandhi himself. And India Alliance members were seen hooting, clapping, and even cheering on. Those visuals coming in on your screen, viewers, about what really happened, where you can clearly see viewers, that a suspended TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee has mimicked Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankar on Tuesday outside the Parliament, while the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was seen filming the entire episode. Now you can see that these MPs are protesting outside the Parliament against a mass suspension from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And you can see that as he's mimicking the Rajya Sabha chairman Jagdeep Dhankar and the Vice President of India, you can see how that everybody else is bursting into laughter. Let's go ahead, viewers, and play out exactly what happened.
मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए। कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो। मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए। कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो।
And hitting out at the opposition, the BJP has now said that the opposition is frustrated and therefore is resorting to such antics. Listen in.
रवि किशन इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। आज कल्याण बनर्जी ने प्रदर्शन करते समय जगदीप धनखड़ जो कि सभापति है उनकी मिमिक्री की। रवि जी, आज जिस तरह से प्रदर्शन तो कर ही रहे थे, लेकिन सभापति की जगदीप धनखड़ की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट है उनकी मिमिक्री भी कर रहे थे, क्या कहेंगे?
बहुत दुखद है। देखिए, सभापति महोदय हैं, उपराष्ट्रपति हैं, भारत को पूरा विश्व सम्मान दे रहा है, पूरी दुनिया भारत को $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी की तरफ देख रही है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी दिन रात काम कर रहे हैं देश को बनाने में, और देश बन भी रहा है, देश संवर भी रहा है, देश ताकतवर भी हो रहा है इकोनॉमिकली भी, और गरीबी भी हट रही है इस देश से। और वहाँ पर ये लोग बैठ के बाहर उसी सदन के, ये जो सबसे बड़ा मंदिर है भारत का, वहाँ पर ये लोग मदारी का खेल कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने देखिए बता दिया कि 65 साल भी यही मदारी का खेल ये लोग करवाते रहे, और वही उन लोगों ने कंटिन्यू यहाँ पे किया है। आज उससे पता चला, और सबसे दुखद ये कि राहुल गांधी जी जो इतने बड़े नेता हैं अपनी पार्टी के, वो उसको वीडियो शूट कर रहे हैं। तो इनको आना चाहिए सिनेमा में, भोजपुरी सिनेमा में कैमरामैन की कमी है, हिंदी सिनेमा में कमी है, और इन लोगों को आके वहाँ पर करना चाहिए। मदारीपन सदन से छोड़ के निकलना चाहिए। बहुत दुखद है इस तरह का। खबर तो ये भी आ रही है कि तीनों राज्यों के बाद इनको रात को उन लोगों को नींद नहीं आ रही है, सब लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं कि ये क्या हो गया। ये सब मैं समझ सकता हूँ, दिमागी लेवल का भी झटका थोड़ा सा सबको असर बहुत किया हुआ है।
आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष कहीं ना कहीं बौखलाया भी हुआ है, क्योंकि एक साथ इतने सस्पेंशंस हो गए हैं? ये कस्टोडियन स्पीकर हैं इस पार्लियामेंट सिक्योरिटी के, लेकिन आज उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री को भी डिमीन किया, प्रधानमंत्री के पोस्टर्स लेकर के बैठे थे।
अरे तो उसके लिए उनको अच्छे से तैयारी करना चाहिए, अच्छी स्पीचेस तैयार करनी चाहिए, सदन में हम लोगों से डिबेट करना चाहिए, फिर 2024 में वापस आने की तैयारी करनी चाहिए। ये तो एकदम ये लोग अलग लेवल पर जा रहे हैं। ये लोग अपने आप को स्वयं को 25-30 साल के लिए विपक्ष में रखने की पूरी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं।
आप लोग क्या ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे, क्योंकि सभापति की मिमिक्री की है उन्होंने, लोकतंत्र के मंदिर का अपमान है एक तरीके से, आप लोग ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे? बीजेपी
मुद्दा अभी देखिए, हमारे कुछ बिल इंपॉर्टेंट बिल हैं, हम लोग उस पर फोकस कर रहे हैं। मुद्दा उठेगा, वो देश, पूरा देश इनको 2024 में देश ही इन लोगों को पूरा सही जवाब दे देगा। हम हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कि अपने काम पे आप लोग ध्यान दें, ये सारे जोकरई और ये मदारीपन इन लोगों को करने दीजिए।
तो ये है रवि किशन अपोजिशन पर और कल्याण बनर्जी की मिमिक्री पर। हर्षद चंदवानी फॉर रिपब्लिक टीवी।
So we saw that a TMC MP who was suspended, by the way, mimicked the chairman, mimicked the Rajya Sabha chairman. And after this, a big mega political storm has now erupted over the mocking video. Listen into these reactions of the India Alliance leaders and how they are trying to justify how the Rajya Sabha chairman and the Vice President of India was mimicked by a suspended TMC MP.
Been suspended, Sir Farooq sir, including you. What do you have to respond to it now? There's no opposition.
You see, that's one thing great about this republic, that for the first time in the history of this nation, opposition has been suspended.
Entire opposition is suspended, sir.
The same thing is, what are we doing? What are we here for? To raise people's problems. To see people's things are met. That's why people have sent us here. Now, because of what happened, there was a breach here of security. Now they said, for God's sake, let the Home Minister come and give a statement. What would happen? We'd all be sitting there. We would not be shouting because he will say things. That's what we all want.
Some controversial remarks were made for Speaker at the Makar Dwar, sir.
Let me tell you, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I am not against the Speaker. He's a very great man. He's a gentle person. I don't know. I haven't heard any remarks like this, so I don't know.
So this is Farooq Abdullah on his suspension. Harshad Zanwani for Republic TV.
All right, viewers, let's go straight to Madhurima. Madhurima is joining us live right now. Madhurima has been on the ground getting us all the top details coming in. Madhurima, I'm coming to you at this point of time. And very, very shocking what we are seeing. Now, what exactly was a TMC MP making fun of exactly, Madhurima? If you could take our viewers through that. Because we saw that he was making some hand movements while some people, the other MPs were laughing at the same time. And these are all suspended MPs from this Parliament winter session, Madhurima.
Well, Shivangi, what happened today is indeed hapless inside the premises of the Parliament. What needs to be seen here is that senior TMC MP, Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, was seen mocking and mimicking the Vice President of our country. He was making fun of, that how through his hand gestures that you're talking about, he was making a fun of a condition that, okay, my spine is okay. day and I am very tall. This is how he was trying to mimic the vice president of our country. And what was more appalling at that time, Shivangi, was the way the entire opposition, all the leaders who had gathered at that specific point to raise their voice against the mass suspension, they were all seen laughing along on the mockery of the vice president of the country. The second issue that was more serious was that how the leader, the senior leader of the opposition party, that is the Congress party, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he was found enjoying that entire mimicry session that was happening there inside the premises of the parliament, and was not only enjoying it, was also filming it. However, the opposition has not reacted to this particular statement. But the vice president of our country, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, the chair of the Rajya Sabha, has in fact expressed his pain and has said that there has to be some limit to the laws one can resort to. And he's highlighted that he saw the bit on the television by Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, and he was more pained by the way Mr. Rahul Gandhi was filming it. He did not name any leader in specific, but he did assert over the fact that the entire bit of Mr. Banerjee mimicking him was unfortunate and should not have, this incident should not have occurred. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how the opposition is going to react to it, because we'll be questioning the opposition regarding that why all the senior leaders of the parliament that represent the country were there mocking a constitutional post holder, and at the same time the BJP has also taken upon them to, to criticize the opposition as to that this is the new law that the opposition has resorted to. They have said that this is nothing but frustration speaking on the part of opposition, and that they know that they have nothing to show for 2024. We heard Mr. Ravi Kishan. He said that instead of preparing debates, raising pertinent points, it is the opposition creating the mockery, making the mockery of a constitutional post. It is condemnable, and that he also highlighted that the Prime Minister has also expressed concern about the way the entire security breach has also been handled, and he is asked to focus on the development of the country rather than minting political benefit out of such incidents. Shivangi.
All right, thank you so much for getting us those details coming in. And right now, Madhurima, thank you for getting those details coming in. Let's move ahead to the other breaking story we are tracking right now. Some more developments coming in as we see that so many MPs, 100 plus MPs have been suspended in this entire session. Latest development coming in, a meeting is underway at Speaker's Chamber. Sources have informed that Home Minister Shah and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi are present. This comes against the backdrop of suspension of more than 100 MPs. Let's go to Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, joining us for more. Abhishek, what we see right now is a huge number of MPs who have been suspended, unprecedented. But what is really happening? A meeting is also taking place. This is between, from what we have learned, Home Minister Shah and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi.
Well, Shivangi, we can know about the pandemonium in Parliament in both the houses and the mass suspensions that we have seen, subsequent escalation by the opposition. Remember, this is happening in the chamber of the Lok Sabha Speaker, and Mr. Amit Shah is rushed there. Also, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi has also leader of the Treasury benches in the Rajya Sabha, Piyush Goyal, Commerce Minister, and on the floor strategy and how to take legislative agenda forward. Remember, in fact, today the three core bills, the IPC, CRPC, and the Evidence Act was slated to come up. The actions we have seen, obviously, and with now the entire opposition suspended, the government has to think or rethink its strategy, and that's why this meeting happening. This escalation was expected, or it has happened along the expected line. Response in terms of salvaging the legislature would be interesting to see and watch out for the meeting essentially happening to brainstorm on how to take things forward from here. So Lok Sabha Speaker along with Union Home Minister Amit Shah Parliamentary Affairs Minister.
Right, and Abhishek, you know, as this key meeting is taking place in the Speaker's chamber, if you could take our viewers through exactly what you think, according to you, because you would have a great idea about this, what would the meeting be about? Because, you know, we have been seeing that the Parliament, the PM Modi has said before every session, in fact, even the winter session, that please do not create ruckus to the opposition. But they do that again and again in some pretext or the other. This time it was over the Parliament breach issue, Abhishek.
Then obviously they have not also the government maintains that in this issue of security in the parliament.
Abhishek, we're having a little problem with your audio line. We're having some problem with your audio line. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, giving us a fresh perspective on what really is happening as so many 100+ MPs have been suspended in this winter session itself. We are seeing that a meeting is taking place. Sources have told us that Home Minister Shah and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi are present at that meeting, and this coming in the backdrop of more than 100 MPs being suspended. Now, Home Minister and Prahlad Joshi, Parliamentary Affairs Minister, are in this meeting, and we have to wait and watch really what comes out of this meeting. And this is happening inside as we are seeing that the Parliament MPs of the opposition are making a huge ruckus and even going ahead and mocking the Rajya Sabha chairman and the Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankar. Let's move ahead, viewers, to the other story we are tracking. The Indian Air Force helicopters are deployed for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions in Tamil Nadu due to unprecedented rains in the last 24 hours. In a video released by the Defence Ministry, PRO, 4 passengers, including a pregnant woman and a baby, around 1.5 years old, were taken safely to Madurai. Calling out the politics over parliamentary security breach, PM Modi at the BJP parliamentary meet said that the opposition MPs are rattled after dropping in state polls, adding that opposition's conduct will ensure its numbers go down in 2024, and the some parties in a way backing the breach. It is as dangerous as the breach itself. With fireworks continuing in the parliament, suspended MPs also staged protests at the Gandhi statue calling for the suspensions to be revoked, and a statement by the Home Minister on security breach matter. The BJP called out the opposition MPs for disrupting the parliament's proceedings, speaking on the unruly behaviour displayed by the opposition. Dharmendra Pradhan said that such a behaviour is an insult to the Prime Minister. Arvind Kejriwal is likely to skip ED summons on December 21st in the Delhi excise policy scam. The reason cited by the sources in the Amity party is Kejriwal has to attend a 10-day Vipassana course. Security has been heightened in the UP Assembly days after the Parliament security breach incident. A committee has been formed under the chairmanship of an additional Director General of Police. State-of-the-art security arrangements will now be made in Vidhan Bhavan, and rules for issuing vehicle passes near the assembly will be made strict. A day after NIA crackdown on Rohingyas in Jammu and Kashmir police conducted massive searches in the valley. This after FIRs have been launched at various police stations, highlighting those accused of sheltering individuals from outside the nation.
डिटेल्स आई नहीं, जब एक बार पूरी सर्चेस कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे।
कहाँ पे हो रहा है, कितनी जगह?
7 पुलिस स्टेशन है हमारे, एक ये छन्नी है, सतवारी है, नवाबाद है, बहू फोर्ट है, बागे बहू है, नगरोटा है, दोमाना है।
जी जी, तो क्यों है, मतलब जो ये चेकिंग हो रही है किस लिए हो रही है?
चेकिंग यही कि देख रहे हैं कि इनके पास किस तरह के डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, किसने उनको डॉक्यूमेंट को प्रोवाइड करने में मदद की होगी, फिर वो आगे इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे।
Latest developments in Belagavi assault case. The CID will be visiting the crime scene today. A team led by CID DIG Sudhir Kumar Reddy is investigating the case. CID officials will collect information about the incident from victim's family today. Viewers, much more coming up on the side. Sources suggest Kejriwal is set to skip ED summons once again because he needs to go for Vipassana course. Yet another win for Hindu side. Allahabad High Court rejects petition challenging Gyanvapi survey. Stay tuned to India's #1 news channel, Republic TV.
The Ministry of Commerce, Government of India has conferred the National Award for Innovation on Amity School out of 10,000 schools in India with Atal Tinkering Labs, a testimony to Amity's focus on instilling science.
सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब।
Go ahead and tell you what's happening in the Gyanvapi mosque body petitions. Now what we see is that the court, Allahabad High Court, has gone ahead, rejected the petitions of the Muslim side regarding the ownership between the Gyanvapi mosque and the Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi. This is a big win coming in, viewers, for the Hindu side. Let's go ahead and play out all the reactions coming in at this point of time of the story.
माननीय उच्च न्यायालय ने आज जो मुस्लिम पक्ष के द्वारा 5 रिट याचिकाएं दाखिल की गई थी उन सबको निरस्त कर दिया गया और जो लोअर कोर्ट का आदेश पारित किया गया है उसको एफर्म कर दिया गया। कोर्ट के द्वारा यह कहा गया है कि यह जो वाद संख्या 610 सन 1991 है वह सेक्शन 4 प्लेसेज ऑफ वर्शिप स्पेशल प्रोविजन एक्ट 1991 से बाधित नहीं है और यह सूट चलेगा क्योंकि 15 अगस्त 1947 को 15 अगस्त 1947 को जो यह निर्णय करना है कि मौके की धार्मिक स्थिति मंदिर की थी या मस्जिद की थी। इसके लिए माननीय उच्च न्यायालय ने यह आज कहा है कि किसी भी धार्मिक स्थल का डुअल धार्मिक स्वरूप नहीं हो सकता, या तो वह मंदिर का होगा या मस्जिद का होगा, लेकिन इसको निर्धारित करने के लिए साक्ष्य की आवश्यकता होगी। और लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि इस पर साक्ष्य लें कि 15 अगस्त 1947 को उसकी धार्मिक स्थिति क्या थी। और यह भी निर्णित किया कि चूंकि इतने वर्ष हो गए हैं, यह वाद इतना विलंबित हुआ है, इसलिए लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि 6 महीने के अंदर इस केस को डिसाइड करें। यह भी कहा है कि यह केस 2 इंडिविजुअल के बीच में नहीं है, बल्कि यह नेशनल इम्पोर्टेंस का केस है और 2 बड़े समुदायों के बीच का केस है, और इतना विलंब हो चुका है जो नेशनल हित में नहीं है। इसलिए लोअर कोर्ट को डायरेक्ट किया कि 6 माह के अंदर इसको निर्णित करें। अभी कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा कि एएसआई सर्वे का जो आदेश लोअर कोर्ट ने पारित किया है वह भी पुष्टिकृत किया जाता है, और उस आदेश के अंतर्गत जो भी बिंदुओं पर एएसआई ने दूसरे केस में केस फाइल किया है, जो रिपोर्ट फाइल किया है, वह सेम रिपोर्ट इस केस में भी फाइल की जाएगी, और यह देखा जाएगा कि उस आदेश के अंतर्गत जो एफर्म हुआ है उसके अंतर्गत कोई सर्वे का कार्य अधूरा रह गया है तो उसको भी एएसआई पूर्ण करके और इस केस में अपनी रिपोर्ट दाखिल करेगी।
खुदाई भी कर सकती है?
बिल्कुल करेगी, खुदाई करने का आदेश है।
आपकी मेन प्ली क्या थी? ढांचा है उसको
सभी मेन प्ली थी कि यह हिंदुओं का स्थान है, भगवान शंकर का मंदिर है, भगवान शंकर स्वयं विराजमान है वहाँ, क्योंकि वह भगवान स्वयंभू हैं, जमीन से ही निकले हैं और वहीं बैठे हुए हैं, अनादिकाल से अब तक आज भी बैठे हुए हैं, इसलिए उसके धार्मिक स्वरूप मंदिर का है और हिंदुओं को इसमें पूजा पाठ इत्यादि करने का और इस मंदिर को पुनर्निर्माण करने और मरम्मत इत्यादि हर प्रकार का करने का उन्हें अधिकार है, यह कहा गया था और कोर्ट ने इस सारी चीज़ों को मान लिया है।
सर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट
तोड़ा जा सकता है, तोड़ने के लिए ही ये वाद किया गया है और वाद में न्यायालय आदेश देगी तो वह टूट जाएगा।
Much more coming up. Ruckus, sloganeering, complete showdown in Parliament. More than 100 opposition MPs suspended from the Lok Sabha. Opposition stoops to a new low after suspensions. Rahul leads mocking of Vice President. Dhankar calls it shameful. Stay tuned.
सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक
even better.
संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। संतों का पंजाब, दिलदारों का पंजाब, देश का अनाज भंडार पंजाब, बिजनेस में तरक्की करता पंजाब, देश को सफल बनाता पंजाब। देखिए हमारे साथ बढ़ता पंजाब। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर। सीएम भगवंत मान से जानेंगे पंजाब के विकास की गाथा। कृषि, रोजगार और निवेश से क्यों चमक रहा पंजाब का माथा। चहुमुखी विकास है सीएम भगवंत मान का वादा। हम उनसे ही सुनेंगे अब क्या है उनका इरादा। बढ़ता पंजाब इस सोमवार सुबह 10:30 बजे से सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर।
Whether the India Inc. animal spirit is back?
Absolutely. And from an auto perspective, I can tell you that we have a very bullish view of the Indian auto industry, both because the motorization of India.
The headlines. Ruckus sloganeering complete showdown in the Parliament. More than 100 opposition MPs are suspended from the Parliament. The opposition stooping to a new low after the suspension. Rahul Gandhi leading the mocking of the Vice President. Dhankar calls this, quote unquote, shameful. The Prime Minister hitting out at the opposition. He says the India alliance frustrated after their drubbing in 3 states. The India alliance swings into a huddle mode, holding an emergency meet over suspensions in the national capital. Arvind Kejriwal is expected to not appear before the Enforcement Directorate. He says, I already had planned to be a part of a Vipassana session. It is yet another victory for the Hindu side. The Allahabad High Court rejecting a petition challenging the Gyanvapi survey. So even as you see the ruckus that continues to be reported out of the Parliament almost every day for the last few days, ever since you've seen that Parliament security breach, the opposition member of Parliament continue to protest, voice their concerns, and they say we are not being heard. So even as the House convened earlier today, we have seen more suspensions, and this totals the number of members of Parliament that have been suspended to 140 plus. So largely, most of the opposition is already out of the Parliament. The chair says that this is going by the rule book. because all these are members of parliament who've resorted to indiscipline. On the other side, these are images right now playing out on the right of your screens, where apparently this is a TMC MP. Kalyan Banerjee was seen mocking the Vice President and leading the shameful mocking. On the other right, you will see, is also Congress's Rahul Gandhi. And we also have a reaction that have come in earlier from the Rajya Sabha chairman, the Vice President also, who says that whatever has happened is condemnable.
मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो। मैंने कुछ देर पहले एक टीवी चैनल पर देखा है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है, गिरावट की कोई हद नहीं है। आपके एक बड़े नेता एक सांसद के असंसदीय व्यवहार को वीडियो कर रहे थे। आपसे भी बहुत बड़े नेता हैं वो। मैं तो यही कह सकता हूं, सद्बुद्धि आए, कुछ तो सीमा होती होगी, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो, कुछ जगह तो बख्शो।
And it's not just the BJP, but even its partners in the NDA, that is the LJP, Ramvilas Paswan, has responded to what has happened. We have two reactions coming in from the BJP MP Ravi Kishan, followed also by Chirag Paswan.
रवि किशन इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है। आज कल्याण बनर्जी ने प्रदर्शन करते समय जगदीप धनखड़ जो कि सभापति हैं उनकी मिमिक्री की। रवि जी, आज जिस तरह से प्रदर्शन तो कर ही रहे थे, लेकिन सभापति की जगदीप धनखड़ की जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट है उनकी मिमिक्री भी कर रहे थे, क्या कहेंगे?
बहुत दुखद है। देखिए, सभापति महोदय हैं, उपराष्ट्रपति हैं, भारत को पूरा विश्व सम्मान दे रहा है, पूरी दुनिया भारत को $5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी की तरफ देख रही है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी दिन रात काम कर रहे हैं देश को बनाने में, और देश बन भी रहा है, देश संवर भी रहा है, देश ताकतवर भी हो रहा है इकोनॉमिकली भी, और गरीबी भी हट रही है इस देश से। और वहाँ पर ये लोग बैठ के बाहर उसी सदन के, ये जो सबसे बड़ा मंदिर है भारत का, वहाँ पर ये लोग मदारी का खेल कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने देखिए बता दिया कि 65 साल भी यही मदारी का खेल ये लोग करवाते रहे, और वही उन लोगों ने कंटिन्यू यहाँ पे किया है। आज उससे पता चला, और सबसे दुखद ये कि राहुल गांधी जी जो इतने बड़े नेता हैं अपनी पार्टी के, वो उसको वीडियो शूट कर रहे हैं। तो इनको आना चाहिए सिनेमा में, भोजपुरी सिनेमा में कैमरामैन की कमी है, हिंदी सिनेमा में कमी है, और इन लोगों को आके वहाँ पर करना चाहिए। मदारीपन सदन से छोड़ के निकलना चाहिए। बहुत दुखद है इस तरह का। खबर तो ये भी आ रही है कि तीनों राज्यों के बाद इनको रात को उन लोगों को नींद नहीं आ रही है, सब लोग सड़क पे घूम रहे हैं कि ये क्या हो गया। ये सब मैं समझ सकता हूँ, दिमागी लेवल का भी झटका थोड़ा सा सबको असर बहुत किया हुआ है।
आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष कहीं ना कहीं बौखलाया भी हुआ है, क्योंकि एक साथ इतने सस्पेंशंस हो गए हैं? ये कस्टोडियन स्पीकर हैं इस पार्लियामेंट सिक्योरिटी के, लेकिन आज उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री को भी डिमीन किया, प्रधानमंत्री के पोस्टर्स लेकर के बैठे थे।
अरे तो उसके लिए उनको अच्छे से तैयारी करना चाहिए, अच्छी स्पीचेस तैयार करनी चाहिए, सदन में हम लोगों से डिबेट करना चाहिए, फिर 2024 में वापस आने की तैयारी करनी चाहिए। ये तो एकदम ये लोग अलग लेवल पर जा रहे हैं। ये लोग अपने आप को स्वयं को 25-30 साल के लिए विपक्ष में रखने की पूरी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं।
आप लोग क्या ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे, क्योंकि सभापति की मिमिक्री की है उन्होंने, लोकतंत्र के मंदिर का अपमान है एक तरीके से, आप लोग ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे? बीजेपी मुद्दा
अभी देखिए, हमारे कुछ बिल, इंपॉर्टेंट बिल हैं, हम लोग उस पर फोकस कर रहे हैं। मुद्दा उठेगा, वो देश, पूरा देश इनको 2024 में देश ही इन लोगों को पूरा सही जवाब दे देगा। हम हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कि अपने काम पे आप लोग ध्यान दें, ये सारी जोकरई और मदारीपन इन लोगों को करने दें।
तो यह रवि किशन अपोजिशन पर और कल्याण बनर्जी की मिमिक्री पर। हर्षद चंदवानी फॉर रिपब्लिक टीवी। चिराग पासवान इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। चिराग, आज और सस्पेंशन हुए, 40 से ऊपर सस्पेंशन बताए जा रहे हैं। ये मानिए कि लगभग पूरा लोकसभा अब अपोजिशन के बिना है, क्योंकि पूरा ऑलमोस्ट लोकसभा से अपोजिशन नेताओं को सस्पेंड कर दिया गया है।
आप बाध्य करते हैं ऐसी कार्रवाई करने के लिए। बताइए कब तक सत्र को हंगामे की देन चढ़ते दिया जा सकता है। कई और कार्य हैं सदन में करने के लिए, कई और इम्पोर्टेंट बिल्स हैं जो कि सदन में लाने हैं। सांसदों के अपने अपने क्षेत्र से जुड़े हुए विषय हैं जिनको उठाना है। भाई लोकसभा चुनाव से पहले यही एक फुल फ्लेजेड सेशन है, इसके बाद सिर्फ एक बजट का सेशन आएगा थोड़े दिनों के लिए। तो ऐसे में जब सांसद अपने क्षेत्र से जुड़े विषयों को नहीं उठाएंगे, इसीलिए विपक्षी सांसदों की संख्या इतनी कम होती जा रही है, क्योंकि उनके क्षेत्र के लोग भी तो देख रहे हैं। ये जितने सांसद सस्पेंड हुए, क्या इनकी जनता नहीं देख रही होगी कि इनको हमने चुना हमारे विषय उठाने के लिए, और ये सदन में तख्ती लेकर हंगामा कर रहे हैं। तो जब तक आप क्षेत्र से जुड़ी बातों को नहीं उठाएंगे, आप कीजिए ना हंगामा, कौन मना कर रहा है, पर एक समय सीमा तक रखिए। सिर्फ जिद पे अड़ जाना, एक सदन नहीं चलने देंगे, एक सत्र पूरा कि भाई प्रधानमंत्री जवाब दें, कभी जिद पे अड़ जाएंगे, वित्त मंत्री जवाब दें, कभी जिद पे अड़ जाएंगे कि भैया रक्षा मंत्री जवाब दें, आप गृह मंत्री जवाब दें। इसके लिए आप पूरा सत्र आप खत्म कर देते हैं, हंगामे की देन चढ़ा देते हैं। गलत है ये।
लेकिन अपोजिशन कह रहा है कि उनके साथ दोहरा मापदंड अपनाया जा रहा है। स्पीकर के लिए कोई डेरोगेटरी रिमार्क्स नहीं यूज किए गए थे, जबकि हमने देखा कि कल्याण बनर्जी सभापति तक की मिमिक्री कर रहे थे।
बिल्कुल कर रहे थे। और जिस तरीके से तख्तियों को लेकर प्ले कार्ड्स, ये कोई स्कूल का कोई वो थोड़ी चल रहा है, प्लेग्राउंड थोड़ी कि आप भैया प्ले कार्ड्स लेकर आप आ रहे हैं। और ये हर सांसद ने मिलकर इस पर सहमति दी थी कि हम लोग तख्तियों का इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे, प्ले कार्ड्स को सदन के अंदर नहीं लाया जाएगा। सदन नियम कायदे कानूनों से चलता है ना, उसमें इस तरीके से ये लोग हंगामा करेंगे, इस तरीके से सदन के नियम कानूनों की धज्जियां उड़ाएंगे, तो कार्रवाई तो होगी ही।
चिराग पासवान अपोजिशन नेताओं के सस्पेंशन पर रिपब्लिक टीवी।
And it's not just this particular video now that has apparently gone viral, but also the entire showdown that you have seen in the parliament that is being questioned by many. But how has the India alliance responded? The leaders responded to what has happened so far. Sit back and watch how they responded.
Has been suspended, Sir Farooq sir, including you. What do you have to respond to it now? There's no opposition.
You see, that's one thing great about this republic, that for the first time in the history of this nation, opposition has been suspended.
Entire opposition is suspended, sir, today.
The thing is, what are we doing? What are we here for? To raise people's problems. To see people's things are met. That's why people have sent us here. Now, because of what happened, there was a breach here of security. Now they said, for God's sake, let the Home Minister come and give a statement. What would happen? We'd all be sitting there. We would not be shouting because he will say things. That's what we all want.
Some controversial remarks were made for Speaker at the Makar Dwar, sir.
Let me tell you, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I am not against the Speaker. He's a very great man. He's a gentle person. I don't know. I haven't heard any remarks like this, so I don't know.
So this Farooq Abdullah on his suspension. Harshad Zonani for Republic TV.
देखिए, जो आचरण टीएमसी के सांसद ने किया है, भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति का मखौल बनाना, मजाक बनाना, उनकी बेइज्जती करना, इससे पूरे देश के लोकतंत्र का सर शर्म से झुक गया है। संसद नौटंकी की जगह नहीं है, संसद कोई ड्रामेबाजी की जगह नहीं है। विरोध करने के अपने तौर तरीके हैं, लेकिन उपराष्ट्रपति का मजाक बनाना, उपराष्ट्रपति की तौहीन करना, उपराष्ट्रपति को बेइज्जत करना, मुझे लगता है कि ये स्वस्थ लोकतंत्र के लिए शोभा नहीं देता।
Let's also get in our colleague Madhurima, who's been tracking all proceedings, and she joins us right now on the phone line. You know, Madhurima, many would say that what was the need to stoop down to this level? Because these are questions that the opposition again will have to respond to. Do we have absolutely any official reaction that has come in from Kalyan Banerjee himself, an apology, or perhaps a regret of what happened and why he should not have behaved like this?
is tight-lipped and has remained tight-lipped ever since this incident unraveled there inside the premises of the Parliament. Remember that all of them, the entire opposition, had gathered over there to stage protest against the mass suspension. But what ensued later is something that we can all call unfortunate. They all were there to protest against the mass resignation, but all of a sudden we saw Mr. Kalyan Banerjee standing up and he started mimicking the vice president of our country, Deepthi. What needs to be seen here is that what is more remorseful over here is the behavior of senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi as to how he was encouraging the entire act, and then of course that he went on to film it, and none of them have come forward to express any sort of regret, though the vice president expressing deep pain has suggested that how it was an attack below the belt, and how this entire decision of mimicking him is something that should not have been done, should be condemned. And of course the fact that Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, though he did not name anybody, but he said that both of them should have refrained from doing so, and that there has to be some limit decided before the opposition resort to such new laws every day.
What are you saying? किस पर मीटिंग है? Okay, Madhurima there getting us more details of how there is still no clarity, no apology, and clearly no regret that has come in from the TMC on these images that you see there playing out on the right of your screens. And clearly remember, there's got to be a lot of burden on the man that you see there standing in the extreme right. He's Rahul Gandhi. Now, people are saying that what was the need for someone like him to stand there, jeer such kind of a behavior, even if it was taking place, and why did he believe that the first instinct was to take your phone out and have a full recording? Now, would that question also weigh on the mind of the INA Alliance leaders who are meeting right now in the national capital? Do remember, the last meeting of the Alliance happened in Mumbai. And ever since then, because the Congress got busy in the 3 Hindi heartland elections, and again, questions were asked that what is the agenda of the INA Alliance? Will they have a convener? Will they name a face? Will there be a larger narrative that they all will agree on? Will we have details of the seat sharing and much more? These are images right now coming in from inside of the INA Alliance meeting that is happening at a hotel in the national capital. Abhishek is also joining us on the phone line, I'm told, and he'll give you a big picture of what to expect. Abhishek, every meeting of the INA Alliance, we are told, is very, very important. They tell us that, we are taking huge steps because the idea is to defeat Narendra Modi. But with just less than, I think, 2.5 months left for the big battle of the Lok Sabha elections to begin, Abhishek,